Call to order the Buchanan County School Board public hearing on the 2023-2024 budget. Let's go ahead and open this meeting with a moment of silence. Stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Tester? Go ahead and open the public hearing.
This is the first draft of the Buchanan County budget for the school year of 23-24. It's the superintendent's budget. It isn't like me. This is our school board executive leadership that's here works in the central office. We had 2 changes this year with the transportation supervisor, Jeremy Ward, and food service supervisor, Rhonda Beasley. The 2024 balance with budget direction, which present a balanced budget with emphasis on the school board priority to support the whole child, to have a balanced budget, assuming the county transfer will be equal to the amount required to meet the critical needs of the division. We consider the state revenue streams as providing the Governor Youngkin's proposed budget for 23-24. Consider the federal revenue streams as providing Omega's system. Ensure that the physical, human, and physical resources are used efficiently, effectively, and responsibly. This is just where we get our money from: the state, the federal funds, our local and other local revenue, which comes from our interest, sale of properties, tuition, rebates, refunds. This is just objects of revenue, like your personal finished costs, your purchase services, utilities, your insurance, materials and supplies. This is expenditures and not revenue. Your training, continuing education, your leases, your capital outlay, and VPSA technology grants. Code of Virginia just says that we have to have a public hearing and at least 10 days prior to being approved by the board, and it has to be published in the newspaper. And then we have to have this to the county by April 1 of each year. Let me say this.
So on countless occasions over the past year, I've witnessed unparalleled commitment to learning by our staff, students, and our families that has truly been inspirational. This has served as a constant reminder to me of the mission of Buchanan County Public Schools. Our children, our future, our responsibility. Our focus for education must always be driven by the premise of the motto, every student, every day. This budget is a direct reflection of our school division's responsibility to the 2,322 students we serve daily and represents the continued focus on our strategic plan to offer learning opportunities that will prepare students for the next grade level, college, or their career future. We greatly appreciate the generous support of local funds provided by the Buchanan County Board of Supervisors. I'm honored and pleased to present to you the annual budget for 2023-2024, which was developed by the Budget and Salary Committee and is centered around our students and dedicated employees. With decreasing enrollment and ever-increasing expectations by the Virginia Department of Education, this year's budget is focused on staff and students. This year's budget includes $24,323,341 in state funds, $7.7 million in local funds, $11,750,313 in federal and grant funds, $3,563,227 in food service funds, $308,712 in textbook funds, and $553,000 in other. I'm a firm believer it's people, not programs, that make the greatest difference in education. Therefore, Buchanan County Public Schools will place a major emphasis on the recruitment and retention of highly qualified staff. Buchanan County Public Schools recognizes the importance of all employees, not just SOQ-funded positions. The budget priorities for the upcoming fiscal year revolve around employee retention. To ensure our students are successful, we need to have high-quality teachers and staff. In order to retain current staff and attract new staff to fill vacancies, our salaries and benefits must be competitive with those of surrounding divisions. Our top priority this year is to place a major emphasis on our people because they have the greatest impact on our students' success. The proposed budget includes a 4% salary increase based on this year's salary, a one-step increase for all contracted personnel, and a 4% insurance decrease. This proposal would keep Buchanan County Public Schools competitive with the current salaries of surrounding divisions. In order to continue providing the best educational opportunities for our students and to ensure they have all the knowledge and skills necessary to prepare them for successful futures, we cannot be satisfied with maintaining the status quo. This budget meets our comprehensive plan and goals of challenging and engaging every student, eliminating achievement gaps, increasing the number of students who will enroll in CTE, AP, DE, Virtual Virginia, and Governor School courses. Buchanan County Public Schools will also focus on initiatives to best provide our students and employees with the necessary staffing, tools, and training to achieve success. Continued investment in technology equipment and upgrades for staff and students. Adoption of new science textbooks for K through 12. Continued investment in quality professional development training for staff based on needs assessment. Continue to increase the number of STEM courses offered in high schools. Continued remediation services for struggling readers. Continued focus on the goals and strategies of the strategic plan, and continued focus on safety and new instructional programs through grant funding. Student achievement begins with high-quality teachers and staff who provide the instruction and support each child needs to grow. These individuals provide the foundation that every student requires to be successful in whatever career path he or she chooses after graduation. In closing, I am again reminded of our vision statement, which supports every aspect of this budget. Our children, our future, our responsibility. Investing in our students is vital to ensuring they graduate from our school system college and or career ready, and that they have every opportunity to develop the necessary life skills that will enable them to grow into productive and successful citizens. This budget reflects a responsible spending plan that will advance student success and retain and support employees while also ensuring financial resiliency.
Budget summary. Virginia's public schools are financed through a combination of state, local, and federal funds. The private sector also contributes through partnerships with schools and school divisions. The distribution of the state funds for public education is responsibility of the General Assembly through the Appropriations Act. General fund appropriations serve as the mainstay of state support for the Commonwealth public schools, and they are by retail sales and use tax revenues, state lottery proceeds, and other sources. Counties, cities, and towns comprising school divisions also support public education by providing the locality share to maintain an educational program meeting the Commonwealth standards of quality. While public education is primarily a state and local responsibility, the federal government provides assistance to state and local education agencies in support of specific federal initiatives and mandates. Governor Youngkin presented his 2022-24 biennium budget on Friday, December the 16th of 2022 It is important to remember that the information provided in the governor's proposed budget for fiscal year 2024 can change, also for 2023. The introduced budget will be considered at the 2024 General Assembly session scheduled to convene in January of 2023. Biennium budget covers fiscal years 2023 and 2024. The introduced budget bill containing the governor's budget recommendations is House Bill 1400 and Senate Bill 800. The changes proposed by Governor Youngkin include projections of unadjusted and adjusted average daily membership for fiscal years 23 and 24. They were revised for each school division based on the latest actual ADM and vol membership data available. Projected ADM was originally forecast by the BDOE based on actual data through September the 30th of 2021 and vol membership. The most recent projections contained in the governor's introduced budget amendments have been revised based on actual March 31st, 2022 ADM and September the 30th of 2022 vol membership. The introduced budget reflects the most recent estimates of sales tax revenue dedicated to public education for 2023 and 2024 as computed by the Department of Taxation. Revised sales tax estimates include both 1% and the 1/8%. The amount of basic aid offset depends on each division's local composite index. Various technical adjustments have been made to SOQ incentive, categorical, lottery funded, and supplemental education accounts to reflect the latest data elements and actual and updated projections participation in programs. Actual updates to state funding in 2023 and 24 include funding for remedial summer school programs based on actual participation in the program, increased funding for English learners, decrease in funding for at-risk add-ons is based on actual enrollment, decrease in funding for early reading specialist program based on actual participation, decrease in math reading specialist program based on participation by division. The budget summary, the impact of the state budget for 2023-24 is based on a local composite index of 0.2850 and projected average daily membership of 2,330.5 students.
Is that up or down?
It's stayed the same. The local composite index is lower. Wow, I should not have said that. The lower composite index is the same with the state, but slightly more to Buchanan County than it did last year. I'm sorry, I'm sure that is the same, so I just didn't take that out. We are seeing an increase in state funding due to the increase of ADM. The state allocation totals for fiscal year 2024 equals $24,323,341, which is a decrease of $79,598 from the previous year. This increase is due to the changes in the governor's budget. We've asked the state, like I said, it was $24 million. The county is $7.7 million. Federal state grants are $11,750,313. That includes all of our ESSER funds.
What's driving the $800,000 reduction?
ADM.
It's all just ADM?
You're talking about the state?
No, the federal, where we're reducing federal funding. In our
Oh, that's
fiscal
due to we're using our ESSER funds. Textbooks is reduced a little bit. It's $308,712. Food service we increased to $3,563,227, which is an increase of $12,000. We had other, which is an increase of $237,000, and Fund 5, which is our football project for graduate high schools, just has $532,000. Fund 6 is our scholarship, and Fund 8 is for the athletics. This is just a percentage of it, as you see the state and the federal and the county. Our expenditures are instruction $28,923,435, administration is $1,384,724, attendance and health is $1,270,478, transportation is $2,942,912, operations and maintenance is $7,313,533. Technology is $2,076,600. Our debt service is $414,972. Textbooks again is $308,712. Food service is $3,563,227. The other funds, which is Fund 5, 6, and 8, is $15,532. As you see, instruction and then the state and federal, because we have so much of our expenses in state and federal at the moment. This is just how many students we have. This is based on February 28th. This is what we have in the budget to spend per school. Our BRS did not change this year. It usually stays the same for 2 years. So it's remained at 16.62 for our professional, and our health credit is 1.21, local disability is 0.47, the classified rate is 30.95, and the local disability rate is 0.83%. Governor Youngkin revised proposed budget did include an average salary increase for our fiscal year 2024 of 5%. Divisions may receive a prorated payment if a minimum local increase of 2.5% is provided for each year. So their salaries are 63%, health insurance is 17%, all their benefits here, and then your FICA. Employee salary increase, an average of 4% plus one step. Health insurance increase overall was 0. We have put into the budget a health insurance increase for the employer of 4%, which reduces the amount the employee would pay from $81.19 to $85.15. They would pay 15% instead of 19%. The employee, so this is a 4% savings. Our budget is $48,214,125 for expenses and revenue. Any questions?
Are the grant funded positions, the SSO and the tutors, are they going to be renewed again? Or is that?
The SSOs are going to be renewed. We have a $89,000, almost $90,000 local match that we need to include in the budget. So I had that, I think it was given to me late yesterday, today somehow. And so we need to include that. But we still have grant funded positions that are, we're paying through ESSER. We have ESSER funds for 1 more year.
What positions are in the budget that we may foresee for next year that we will need, like aides, special ed?
I have been asked
Guidance
to
counselor?
include, because we were trying to keep it at 7.7. We don't have like positions for aides and special ed teachers that, I have been told that we would possibly need for next year.
With 9% inflation and 4% for cost of living, which I think 8.7 maybe. How are we keeping it at 7.7?
Well, there's a few things that we had to pull out. We didn't get to increase our expenses like we needed to we need to increase our coal more than what I did, our fuel cost, also our electricity, which has skyrocketed in the last few months here. So, and we have schools that, they have more than what we put into the budget.
If we have a bad winter, do we have wiggle room with 7.7?
I would like to have more to put into expenses and, like I said, to add a couple of positions to the budget. I don't think you can do that at 7.7.
Well, I talked to a couple of supervisors. They're afraid we're going to ask for $1 million more since it's election year and everything. And I told them I hoped we would not. I just think we need some. So if we come in and we need 5 aides to start the year, we got more kids that come in that needs aides. Is there wiggle room in the budget to hire 5 aides?
That's what my question was.
Yeah.
You've been told that we need some aides in the
Yes, Sherry Fletcher's
positions.
told me, and I do know that our December 1 child count was up by, I didn't know that. I want to say like 50 kids.
I know there's a lot. I do think it was like 50 in one area, but how do you propose that we get those if we don't have it in our budget?
We can only ask, can't we? I mean,
ask.
if they take it out, it's on them and not on us. If we cannot
We can
provide for a
add this
special needs.
position back into the budget. We can increase our, our expenses that we need to increase. And I think they're kind of crucial, especially, like I said, like, your electricity and your coal and your fuel, which this continues to, fuel goes up and down. Coal has been really high. I know Tanya told me, I think it was in December, January 1, that we were already depleted all that we had put in the budget for coal for this year.
Does that include the guidance counselor that we interviewed in the spring that we're going to hold over and wait till next year to hire?
I honestly can't remember. I think it does. I think she's in the budget because she was in it last year, so we pulled her over. I mean, or that vacancy was pulled over, let's do it that way, that vacancy was pulled over. And that's what we're talking about when we wanna say that we might need, you put vacancies into the budget to cover anybody that you might need.
Have we ever put vacancies into the budget
We
before?
always put vacancies into the budget.
So will that cover the 5 special ed teachers that I was told that we need in addition to our aides? Because our special education, I mean, we've got to supply that.
Yes, we do. I mean, you know, it depends on what step that they come in and what benefits that they take. So
Do
it's
you have
usually,
that worked in there, or is that?
it
gonna
is
be
not
in
worked
addition?
in there, no, it is not. We would have to add that to.
Do you know how long our mental health grant runs? You know that now?
Through next year.
Through
Through
next
the end
year.
of 2024. So the special education teachers and our special ed and our aides are, and you're saying their fuel costs basically, electricity.
Yes, your utilities.
That's part of the 9% inflation that we're looking at. I mean, a gallon of milk and a thing of eggs, not the same as it was last year, percent.
And I have cut a lot of expenses out of the budget that we had in there previously to get us down to the 7.7, because we were getting, I think it was 10 something previously. And right now, you know, their ESSER funds, you know, they're paying a lot of salaries at the moment.
And we have those until we,
End of next year.
in the 2024. So
I think they have to be spent out and everything by September 2024, so you can't put it into your next budget because it doesn't carry on like through.
How much wiggle room do you think needs to be added back into it?
You're talking about 5 teachers. You know, we would usually do that on an average of like $80,000, and that's been previously, so, you know, and that depends on their salary and what step they're coming in. So, you know, you're talking, I mean, I would at least go 200,000 to 300,000, ask them if they would give that to us, and, you know, maybe we can manage with that.
The change in the healthcare from 1981 to that 4%, numerically, how much money is that?
It's around, just not, you know, and I did just a spreadsheet on it, and it was around 200,000 for that.
So
I think we should add about 300,000 to the budget.
it was 7.7 last year, and what carryover did we have?
1.1 million.
So basically, we had 8.7 last, 8.8 really, because they let us carry it over. So if we don't have any carryover this year, which, you know, I've already talked to, they, you know, they don't have a problem carrying it over. They'd rather us carry it over than just go on a wild spending spree in June.
And we did hire some people, we hired some aides out of that money, which they are in the budget because they have a contract. Anybody that's contracted is in the budget.
I'm kind of leery, but it's me. Okay.
I think we should add it, just to have that little wiggle room.
I think you want to go 300,000 or
8.8 or 8, I mean, 8 and ask for carryover.
And I'll put the vacancies in to take care of that for the expenditures.
I think I could sleep a little better with that. Because we don't know what's in store. Coal prices, gasoline prices.
And we do have older buildings with older equipment in them. You just never know what might happen there as well.
And it really hasn't been bad this year, and we depleted when?
I think in January she was telling me, or it might have been December, she was telling me that we were just about out with the cold.
And it wasn't real bad this one.
No, it was not bad.
we had that one really cold spell. They don't
There's-
think that
Could,
we should use that much because we didn't have kids in there.
That's why Mike's
Well, the
pipes
coal
from
prices
the.
are higher than they have
It's
been
gonna
in
keep
a long
the
time.
building heated.
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you.
Good job. Anyone in the public would like to speak on the public hearing for the budget for next year? Please speak. Motion to adjourn, public hearing.
Make a motion to close public hearing.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Flanagan, your lead off. Yes. Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry?
Yes.
Mr. Klein?
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship?
Yes.
Mr. Harrison?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Now we'll go right over to opening the meeting for March 7th, the regular Buchanan County School Board meeting. We did the pledge and the moment of silence before, so we must just go over and get a recognition and awards. Let's go.
Well, good evening. I want to say thank you for coming out this evening. It's an honor and a privilege to recognize all of these athletes tonight, and certainly a star student. So as we begin tonight, welcome and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to honor these individuals. Certainly they have accomplished a great deal during their athletic season or during their schooling career. So we're going to start with our Grundy Wrestling Club. And I'll tell you, Grundy wrestled in the state tournament on a Saturday, and Billy Hahn, the executive director, called me at the first of the week. And he said, Melanie, I'm calling you to tell you some good news, not bad news, because I was thinking my heart kind of dropped. But what happened at the state tournament? Because usually when you get a call from the Virginia High School League, sometimes it's not good. He said, I just want to tell you what a marvelous job Coach Visor had done with his athletes, and certainly you all. He said, not only did you represent Virginia High School League and Grundy High School well on the mat, but off the mat, and also when you won with dignity and pride, and not a lot of things that I guess he was calling to inform some schools maybe how their athletes had acted during the tournament. So thank you. Thank you for representing Grundy High School, Buchanan County Schools so well. And thank you, Coach Visor, for the outstanding job, and certainly says a lot about the class you carry and the class these guys carry. So good job. It's an honor and a privilege tonight to recognize each of these individuals. Wrestling is a special sport. It's an individual sport. You're out there all by yourself. And certainly it's a lot of dedication, time, and talent.
put in, and you all certainly made a mark this year. So we are very proud of everything that you accomplished. So Coach Visor, is Raymond here? No. Okay, so if you want to come up, and we will recognize your team. We all know that Grundy Athletics and wrestling would not be what it is without your support and your talent and coaching. So thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
All right, Bryce Looney. Bryce had a first place, 113 pounds. Brady Coleman, second place, 120 pounds. Blake Broyle, fifth place, 126 pounds. Dominique Yoli, I said that right. Second place, 132 pounds. Carson Griffey, first place, 138 pounds. Cheyenne Gordon, first place, 144 pounds. Carson Deal, first place, 157 pounds. Ethan Roberts, second place, 165 pounds. Ian Scammell, first place, 175 pounds. Ryan Campbell, second place, 190 pounds. Wyatt Bush, first place, 215 pounds. And Logan Looney, second place, 285 pounds.
I'd like to say thank you to you. It's been awesome. And thank these young men and all their parents and everything they do. They make my job easier. Parents certainly do, and it's been a good culture for this group. And they've had a great season. It was cut a little short with a successful football season, so we're just proud of the athletics here, both men and women. So thanks again. Thank you.
I got If you all would like to come join us, you're welcome.
Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you all.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Yeah.
Well, Grundy has not only excelled in wrestling, but we also excelled at our indoor state track competition. So, Lonnie, if you and Lexi will come up. And certainly, each place has done an outstanding job with indoor track, and we are blessed to have that at the high school. Thank you, and thank you all for doing an outstanding job. So we have some wonderful athletes we want to recognize for their accomplishments just recently. So Jesse Looney, 4th place, 3,200 meter, 5th place high jump, 7th place, 1,500 meter, and 10th place in 4x800. Great job. Caleb Ellswick, 3rd place in 1,600 meter, 3rd place in the 3,200 meter. Great job. We won't know what to do if we don't see you running downtown. So it's welcome to Abby to see you. Alexis Porter, 9th place, 3,200 meter, 10th place, 4x800 meter. Destiny Armendariz, 10th place, 4x800 meter. Michaela Payne, 10th place, 4x800 meter. Hayden Riddle, 14th place, 4x800 meter. Logan Logan Boyd, 14th place, 4x800 meter. Tyler Potter, 14th place, 4x800 meter. Evan Owens, 14th place, 4x800
I would just like to thank my kids and my parents. You know, I ended up doing basketball and track, and Alex and I both did. And I was worried they'd be a little choppy, but they stuck with it. They made my job easier, so I thank everyone for making my job easier.
I want to thank Lonnie and Lexi because track looks easy, but it's a hard job, and kids are everywhere and at one time. And I mean, the kids are great, and they're very disciplined to go what they need to do. But these ladies are always they're on it, and it just makes it all go so much better. And I don't know that track always gets that recognition. So whether it's indoor or outdoor or cross country or whatever, so thank you.
I will say they had a tough job because y'all do coach and team sports and kept it going and did all the job.
Experience.
So making sure kids have nothing.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Great job. So proud of you all. So each month, we recognize a student in a school that has shown outstanding academic performance, just an overall great student. So Hurley High School wanted to recognize Raven Hopkins as their star student this month. So Raven, if you'll walk down here and stand with me. And we're going to listen to all the wonderful things Hurley High School has said about you, okay?
Hello, I'm Pam Hester, principal of Hurley High School. I'm here today to recognize Hurley High School star student, Braden Joshua Hopkins. He is an 8th grade student at Hurley. March 2023, Braden Hopkins. Braden is an excellent student. This is your pleasure to have in class. He also has wonderful manners. Always polite to everyone and always makes everyone with a smile. That is why I'm pleased to announce that Braden Hopkins is our star student of the month. I'm Donna Blankenship from high school. I'm proud to
So I know Braden didn't get here all by himself, and I know that the teachers have support you, but you also have the support of your family. So I'm gonna ask your family to come down and join you standing down here because I know they helped get you here. And all of you can come. You're more than welcome. I know you're very proud of it. So Braden, on behalf of Buchanan County Public Schools, we want to present to you this plaque and to show our appreciation and how proud we are of you for everything you've accomplished and everything that we know you will. Congratulations.
So there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Make us a pack.
Name of the game. That's the truth. I'll have to live another day. That's the truth. Is it true that old Ben stepped down and put you up in the old general spot? All right. Yeah. He's now the middle school manager. I like that. I hope old Uncle Nick thought a lot of Ben. I swear there are days that I did feel like a middle school principal. The best was my grades. They are.
Ms. Fletcher, do you see any delegations?
She's going out to look at the office.
I saw him. It's hard. That's the truth.
No, sir.
No. Ms. Henderson, do we have a closed session? Do we have a motion for closed session for legal and personnel?
I'll make that one.
Got a motion by Mr. Harrison, a second by Mr. Klein. Discussion. Mr. McClanahan?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry?
Yes.
Mr. Klein?
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship?
Yes.
Mr. Harrison?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. We're now in closed session.
Hello, I'm Pam Tester, principal of Hurley High School, and I'm here today to recognize Hurley High School star student, Braden Joshua Hopkins. He is an 8th grade student at Hurley. He always greets you with a smile and a salutation. Braden demonstrates academic excellence in all areas of his education. Motivation comes from many places, and the best students are the ones who are motivated to be successful, and Braden is one of those students. He's very eager to learn, he's very polite, and he is a true leader. Braden takes advantage of the opportunities that are afforded to him, and he values the education he receives. He loves to engage in conversation, and he's not one of those students that you see with a cell phone in their face. He enjoys face-to-face communication, and it is with great pride and admiration that I recognize Braden as the star student for Hurley High School.
Hi, my name is Bridget Lester, and I'm a history teacher and the librarian at Hurley High School. I'm pleased to announce that our Star Student of the Month for March 2023 is Braden Hopkins. Braden is an excellent student, and he's such a pleasure to have in class. He also has wonderful manners. He's always so polite to everyone, and he always greets everyone with a smile. That is why I'm pleased to announce that Braden Hopkins is our Star Student of the Month.
I'm Donna Blankenship. I am the math 8th grade teacher. I'm also the guidance counselor for Hurley High School. I am proud to announce that Braden Hopkins is our student of the month. He is a wonderful kid. He excels in math. He does so well. He usually will help people if I need him to help, and he just does a great job. He's pleasant all the time. He's always friendly and helpful. I can't say that anything greater because he's such a wonderful kid. Way to go, Braden.
Hey, I'm Brandon Davis, PE teacher, driver's ed teacher at Hurley High School, and I'd like to congratulate Braden Hopkins on being selected as the Star Student of the Month. I've had the pleasure of having Braden in class, and he's one of the most respectful and accountable kids I've had the pleasure of teaching. I always got a smile on his face. I don't think I've ever seen a kid have a bad day. So again, congratulations, Braden.
My name is Sue Belcher. I'm a preparer professional at Hurley High School. I've had the opportunity to know Braden since 3rd grade, been with him in several classes. He is an all-around student. He's very polite, does his work. Congratulations, Braden Hopkins, for being the star student at Hurley High School.
Hi, my name is Corey Belcher, and I am one of the history and business teachers at Hurley High School. This semester, I've had the honor of having Braden Hopkins in my digital applications class, where he's excelled in everything we have done. I've known Braden just for a short amount of time, of around 7 weeks. However, I realize he will be a great asset to Hurley High School in the years to come. He is always smiling. I've never seen Braden have a bad day. He's always friendly and polite. He's always speaking to me in the hallway. He speaks to his other teachers. He speaks to his peers. He treats everyone as an equal, which is very rare to see in today's time. Braden is very hardworking. He's the first to be sitting down in his seat and starting his work. He's always excited for his work, and he loves a challenge. I'm very excited to see Braden's future. I know he will go far, and I'm very excited to see where it may take him. Braden Hopkins is very well deserves to be Hurley High School star student. Thank you.
My name is Kim Hess, and I'm the principal of Riverview Elementary Middle School. I'm so honored and proud to name Ava Ward as our school's star student for the 2022-2023 school year. Ava is an 8th grade student at Riverview and demonstrates so many wonderful qualities that make her stand out from all of the rest. She participates in many athletic activities such as basketball, volleyball, and drama, and consistently exhibits sportsmanship and teamwork. She also has an amazing voice and willingly shares her talent for programs we hold at school. She is kind, compassionate, hardworking, helpful, and a true friend to her classmates. She always has a positive attitude and a friendly smile for everyone around her. I am certainly proud to name her as Riverview's star student and look forward to seeing all the wonderful things she will accomplish in her future. Congratulations, Ava. We are so proud to have a student like you at Riverview Elementary Middle School.
I'm Kathy Rife, and I teach kindergarten at Riverview Elementary Middle School. I had Ava Ward back in kindergarten several years ago. She was a hard worker, a very sweet student, was kind to all of her friends. So proud of you, Ava, and so happy that you've accomplished this, and I wish you many, many more good things.
Hello, my name is Donna Childress, and I'm a fourth grade teacher at Riverview Elementary School. I had Ava in the fourth grade, and I would like to congratulate her on being our star student. Ava is a wonderful, respectful young lady. She's always paid attention to detail in her work. She always enjoyed learning, curious about things, and she was always respectful of her teachers and her classmates. She's just a model student, a wonderful young lady. Congratulations, Ava.
Hi, my name is Donna Lockhart, and I'm one of the speech-language pathologists at Riverview. I have known Ava Grace her entire life because she is actually my great-niece. I was actually at the hospital the night she was born. Therefore, I have watched her grow into a beautiful young lady. She has never been in my therapy classes because she's always been very articulate and has wonderful language skills. She is a wonderful girl. She is very compassionate and loving and just very friendly. She's always considerate of others. I cannot think of a more deserving young lady for this Star Student Award. Thank you, Ava Grace. Job well done.
Hi, I'm Ashley Miller, and I'm Ava's civics teacher at Riverview. Ava Ward is a fabulous young lady. She is kind and compassionate and caring. She's always concerned with everyone's feelings around her and is just such a kind-hearted soul. When I met Ava a few years ago, well, several years ago, I instantly recognized that about her personality. She was such a sweet child. And as I've watched her grow up, I've watched that personality develop into becoming a sweet young adult and someone who cares about the people around her. Not only is she kind, but she is so brilliant. She is so absolutely intelligent, and she uses her intelligence for good. She likes to be challenged in the classroom. She likes to learn more and know more. She is an absolute joy to have in class, and I can't wait to see what her future holds.
Ava Ward is a star student. She is a very thoughtful, hardworking young lady. She always goes above and beyond for her teachers, her fellow classmates. If she's missing an assignment, she checks in. If she sees other students who are struggling, she will offer them assistance. She's a leader not only in the classroom, in our school, but she's also a leader in our community. She does many extracurricular activities. She's softball, volleyball, basketball. You can always depend on Ava to help anytime there's a need, and she's just a wonderful student to know, and we all love her. Congratulations, Ava.
My name is Miss Leanne Clifton. I teach art and music as an activity in the elementary middle schools in Buchanan County Public Schools. I have had the privilege and honor to get to know Miss Ava Ward over the past 5 years and encourage her in many areas of her life concerning her talents. Her art and music abilities are phenomenal. She is a beautiful singer. She has such a pleasant demeanor. She is such a joy to teach and a joy to be around. She exhibits exemplary behavior for other students. She is an all-around A+ girl. Congratulations, Ava.
Hello, my name is Ruth Tester, and I'm the principal of Hurley Elementary Middle School. It is an honor and a privilege to announce that Nevaeh Keene is our star student for the 2022-2023 school year. Nevaeh was nominated by a host of teachers. She has demonstrated exceptional academic achievement, admirable personal and social qualities, and exudes her love of learning daily. She is a member of the Junior Beta Club, SCA, and academic team. She not only excels in academics, she's also active in sports and volunteers in the community. Congratulations, Nevaeh. You truly are a bright and shining star and a great role model for others.
My name is Melissa Witt, and I teach 5th grade reading and language arts. Nevaeh King is such an exceptional student. She was such a pleasure to have in class. She's wonderful. She's sweet. There's just so much that can be said about Nevaeh King. Congratulations, sweetie. You deserve it.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Justice, and I teach 3rd grade at Hurley Elementary Middle School. I've had Nevaeh King in class as a 3rd grade student, as well as with drama club and academic team. Nevaeh is a wonderful student. She has a infectious personality and a hard work ethic that encourages the other students. She's always willing to help. She's just a wonderful student who deserves this. Congratulations, Nevaeh.
Hello, my name is Virginia McClanahan, and I teach 6th grade reading at Hurley Elementary Middle School. I am proud to say that I'm very proud of one of our students, Nevaeh King, for being our star student. Nevaeh shows perseverance, determination, and loves to volunteer to help in any way she can. She's very studious when it comes to her academics and reading, and always looks to help others in need. I'm very proud of Nevaeh, and I could not ask for a better student that is very deserving of star student. Congratulations, Nevaeh, and congratulations on all the hard work that you do in years to come.
My name's Erica Justice. I teach 2nd grade. Nevaeh is such a hardworking young lady, and her sense of humor is unmeasurable. I know she'll be successful in all things. Congratulations on your Star Award, Nevaeh. I love you.
It is an honor and a pleasure to introduce Council High School's star student for the 2022-2023 school year, Mr. Isaac Hess. Isaac is a wonderful young man. He's very intelligent, very well-mannered, and an overall wonderful young person. He volunteers here at school. He does our morning announcements. He puts up the flags. If you need something done, if you tell Isaac you need it done, he's willing to get the job done and will get the job done. He is currently the salutatorian at Council High School. He is a member of our state Envirothon team. He participates in drama, where he won a Best Actor Award last year. This year he was Honorable Mention Best Actor Award. I have nothing but good thoughts and good things to say about Isaac. He will definitely be missed when he graduates in June of this year. Congratulations, Isaac. Thank you for being a star at Council High School.
When I think of Isaac Hess, the first 3 things that come to my mind are creative, honest, and humble. Isaac is an extremely humble young man, and he's willing to help out in any facet. When I think of creative, he is creative in many aspects, extracurricular, inside the classroom, and of course, just helping his peers. Isaac's a really incredible person, and I'm super thankful that he's our star student. Way to go, Isaac.
I just want to say congratulations to Isaac, our Star Student of the Month. And I think Isaac is a wonderful young man. He's incredible with his academics. He's a class leader, and he's a fantastic actor. And I had the pleasure of having him as one of my top actors in their theater club. Congratulations, Isaac. You deserve it.
Isaac is an all-around great kid. He's pursuing Eagle Scout. He should wrap that up before graduation. He's an integral part of the Envirothon team, our state-bound Envirothon team, and he is an integral part of this year's Envirothon team. He's just an all-around good person, great guy.
Hi, my name is Kenna Blankenship. I'm a first-year teacher at Council High School. I teach English. I'm also the drama coach. I had the privilege this year of having Isaac as my senior in theater, and he was just beyond fantastic. Every aspect of starting theater and running the whole program, he was right there. He was always the first one to give advice and to help me out. He gave critiques for the other students. He was probably the best actor I've had and I've seen. I loved having him. Congratulations, Isaac. I know you're going to do great things.
Valley Elementary School's star student this year is Miss Jacelyn Peak. Jacelyn is just a good kid all the way around. She's very strong academically. She is very nice to everyone, and we are very happy to be able to honor her this year.
Hello, I'm Barbara Lundy. I teach third grade math and social studies at Twin Valley Elementary Middle School. I had Jacelyn Peak in third grade. She's a wonderful student, a hard worker, and an all-around joy to have in class. Congratulations, Jacelyn.
I am Miss Sparks. I am fifth grade math and science. I had Jacelyn in homeroom last year. She's a great student. She cares about her academics, and she is very kind to others. I could not have a better student that I would recommend to be our star student at Twin Valley Elementary Middle. Congratulations, Jace.
My name is Miss Whited, and I teach sixth grade math and science at Twin Valley Elementary Middle School. Jacelyn is a wonderful student to have inside and outside the classroom. She is willing to go above and beyond to do what is needed, and she loves helping those around her as well. She excels in all subject areas and is just a delight to have in class. Congratulations, Jacelyn.
Hi, my name is Megan Stevens. I'm a teacher at Twin Valley Elementary Middle School. Jacelyn, our star student this month, is a student on my academic team. Jacelyn is such a wonderful girl to be around. She just brings such a peaceful and calming presence with her. She is always prepared, and she keeps everybody else prepared too. She is on top of things, and she is just all the way around a wonderful student. When I think of kids here at school that always bring a smile to my face, Jacelyn is one of the very first ones I think of. I enjoy having her on my team, and I enjoy getting to pass her in the hallway and see her here at school. She is just a true joy and a really good representation of what it means to be a star student. Congratulations, Jacelyn.
Buchanan County Public Schools is proud to nominate Hurley High School building engineer Brian Davis for the Virginia Rise Award for 2023. Not only does Mr. Davis make sure that the school facility is a safe and welcoming space for all, he also gives of his time to coach and mentor students throughout the year. On October 4th, Hurley High School suffered a devastating fire. Mr. Davis risked his own safety to control the fire before first responders arrived on the scene, which saved the school from becoming a total loss. Because of his selfless dedication to serving students and staff of Hurley High School, we are honored to recognize Brian Davis as BCPS's RISE nominee.
Brian Davis is the building engineer for Hurley High School. His day-to-day duties that he performs far exceeds what's in his job description. He is one of the most dedicated employees that I've had the pleasure of working with. His attendance is impeccable. His quick thinking on the day of the fire saved our school. He put himself in harm's way to protect others and the school. He is our hero. So it is with pride and admiration that I, Pam Tester, principal of Hurley High School, nominate Brian Davis for the 2023 RISE Award.
Hello, I'm Mark Cooper, principal at Grundy High School. Most of you have probably seen Caleb Ellswick running all over Buchanan County. Caleb runs whether it's raining, snowing, really sunny, or cold. Caleb is always running. If you haven't seen him running, you might have seen him working calls with the Big Rock Fire Department. He is available to help. He will be there in the time of need. At a young age, there aren't many like him dedicated to his sport and to helping others. Caleb is an excellent student athlete who not only meets but consistently exceeds expectations. He is an incredibly hardworking young man, whether in the classroom or as an athlete. He holds all state honors in both cross country and track. His contributions to discussions in the classroom and at practices are invaluable asset to those who surround him. He truly is an inspiration to his younger teammates. In addition to demonstrating great academic ability and talents as an athlete, he is genuinely a kind, funny, good-natured young man. He is an absolute joy to have at Grundy High School. That is why Caleb Ellswick is Grundy High School's star student.
My name is Eddie Smith, and I teach chemistry. And I've had the pleasure of having Caleb be in Chem 1 and AP Chem, and have him in Gen Chem next semester. And you won't find a more dedicated student. Always turns in his work on time. Dedicated athlete, but he puts the student first, and that'll be key when he goes to college. Being a student athlete is make sure that he keeps his academics up, and wish him all the best when he goes to college running, and wish him the best.
Hello, I'm Christina Bain. I am Caleb's cross country coach, and I also have Caleb for dual enrollment mathematics. People often see his cross country work ethic. They see him running in town all the time and around the school, but what they don't see is his work ethic outside of that running. He's a fantastic student in the classroom, conscientious, and works really hard with his academics. And he's also one of those kids who will readily do anything that you ask him to do, and things that we don't ask him to do. So he's one that recognizes a problem or maybe some trash laying on the floor, and he'll pick it up and he'll open doors for you. He's a perfect gentleman and a wonderful student and athlete. Congratulations, Caleb.
I'm Scotty Bostick, teacher here at Grundy High School, and here to congratulate our star student of the month, Caleb Ellswick. Caleb's top-notch in everything he does. He's a blessing to have here at Grundy High School. He's one of our top students, and he's literally always running around here one way or another. He's involved in many things, whether sports, academics, clubs. He's always got a bright personality, and just couldn't ask for
He's already got a sign in my
He'd
front
give you 20
door.
times the campaign, wouldn't he?
We're gonna have one of Nikki, Doug, whoever else is gonna go with you.
Weasel for sheriff.
Weasel.
Sitting next to last.
I did. I wanted that nickname from your friends. That's the way you said the nickname was Weasel. Ashley Wade.
Oh, yeah. So I would put his picture up in my living room.
Come up to 3 years old. 8 people.
Boy, could he tell the future.
You have a motion to come out of closed session.
Make a motion.
Got a motion, second by Mr. Klein. Discussion. Not hearing any. Mr. McClanahan?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson? Yes. Mr. Thornberry?
Yes.
Mr. Klein? Yes. Mr. Blankenship?
Yes.
Mr. Harrison?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Motion to certify.
Make that motion.
Mr. Harrison, thank you. Second by Mr. Klein. Discussion. Mr. McClanahan?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry?
Yes.
Mr. Klein?
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship?
Yes.
Mr. Harrison?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Approval of the minutes from February 7th and February 27th. You had time to look at it. Mr. Blankenship makes a motion to approve the minutes for both.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. McClanahan. Discussion.
Yeah, I had a phone call that night after the fed from my brother-in-law who was upset. I guess what you said is
Conversation that I had with him,
Yeah,
he called me too.
okay. I didn't know he was upset what was said and that his daughter's name was mentioned, and
I didn't mention his daughter's name.
well, everybody knew who it was.
I didn't mention his daughter's name.
And
But I did tell him I didn't lie. I did tell him if there's something that I said that he wanted me to retract, to let me know. And he didn't call me back.
Okay.
More discussion. Mr. Clanahan?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry?
Yes.
Mr. Klein?
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship?
Yes.
Mr. Harrison?
Yes, to the
And I'll be-
exception of Buchanan.
Oh, yeah. And I'm a yes. Discussion approval of payables.
I make a motion to pay. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. Mr. Clanahan?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry?
Yes.
Mr. Klein?
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship?
Yes.
Mr. Harrison?
Yes, to the exception of Buchanan.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And I'm a yes. All right, we're going to move up virtual learning update as 8-1A. And and we have two ladies. You all come forward and stand right up here, please.
So this is Jennifer Rice and Teresa Fletcher, and so last month, Ms. McClanahan asked that we bring back an update on virtual learning. So we brought all of our K through 2 and special ed together, and I guess when we got to kindergarten and what they had shared and what they had developed, it was phenomenal programming. So Jennifer came back and she worked with us with first and second grade, but they should be commended for the great work that they've done. I told them they could go on the road selling, but they're going to share with you what they created. It started out during COVID, and then how their virtual learning appears in their classroom. And then first grade modeled after kindergarten, second grade. So they've taken off, and so it will really keep our kids in consistent learning on days when we are off. I did ask everyone if you wanted virtual to go away, and the consensus was no, they liked it. And I think after you see what these ladies have to say, and part of their conversations were, it kept their kids learning on days when they were at home.
You have a patent on.
Yeah, they did.
Sure.
Not sure about that.
Yes.
So, ladies, you have the floor.
Okay. She's the more pro at this than I am. But we have a great team at Riverview. The four of us work really good together.
Okay, as Ms. Tibbetts said, she asked us to kind of explain how our virtual day looked. So when we went fully virtual back COVID, it was a panic. It is very hard to keep kindergarten entertained for long periods of time, and it was a struggle. So we kind of did a deep dive trying to find what worked, what didn't work, and a lot of teachers across the United States were doing something very similar to this, and it's just a Google slide, and we created these for each week, and so it's kind of seamless. Learning it transitions from in person to virtual. We do the same things in person. It gives them visuals. It kind of is a cue for the day, and they know they follow that same routine and pattern each school day. So when we were virtual, the pattern didn't change for our kids. They were able to see exactly what we were doing. It's a lot of graphics, a lot of color and theming that keeps them entertained. Lots of videos, short little lessons, mini lessons with lots of videos and breaks in between to kind of keep them entertained. So you can kind of see, this is one example of just one day we picked from last week from our Dr. Seuss themed week. And you can see if we were virtual, we start the day like we normally would with pledges and things and our good morning songs and calendar skills. And we are able to, there it goes. We do those things in person, and on the board we can manipulate those and move those pieces and talk about them right on the board. When we are virtual, we can present them just like we're presenting them today to our kids. They are able to see them, and we can question them, talk about them, and they're still on the same path. We're not disrupting learning time. It kind of helps keep down interruptions because they are seeing exactly what they should be doing. One example is the sheets that we are to complete with our lesson are scanned in. They can see them. We can talk about them. Lots of interactive, like I said, this was Dr. Seuss Speak. So this is things like our sight words that they could read through, talk about. You could call on different students to read them. All those visuals are there. They don't need any tools with them. You don't have to worry about packets or anything like that. We can do all those things kind of whole group. We can do our read alouds. We can look at our vocabulary words. Lots of interactive activities that we could do. Circle in person, talk about together. If they're virtual, they can still see those visuals, and you can talk about them orally. And it just transitions through our entire day, step by step. So you can kind of see the skills that we're reviewing, talking about, all those visuals. And again, the sheets are in there. If we know ahead of time, a lot of times we will send the sheets home. We do them together. If it's something unexpected, at least the sheet is there. The work is there. We can talk about it orally, calling on different students. And then we kind of finish out our day. Our schedule allows us to kind of finish at about 12 to take a lunch break. And then they have some things that they can complete on their own throughout the day whenever they, can kind of come back to their iPad. And that we kind of stay logged in if they need help or assistance with anything else.
So by 12 noon,
yes,
they're going to lunch.
Yes.
And then they have their own to do on their own time for the rest of the day.
They do. Yes. A couple programs that we all use. I know your son's a little older. Fast Forward and iReady, we do that every day in the classroom, so they know how to log on. They have those materials they can take off, and they can just do them whenever they have to. Even if it's mom and dad get home, after work, as long as it's completed by the end of the day.
Go back to the calendar at the main beginning. So you're online with Move the Hearts. Can you do that? And are you doing that online with them? Yeah. Okay. Because I know parents are watching it, so I wanted y'all to just show.
Yes.
Yeah. And like on the money, you can circle it or do whatever. It's like you're standing in
Yes. And some of these things, like this is
the videos.
These are all, this is like a library. It's like a digital library. All of these are videos. So as I'm talking about Dr. Seuss that week, you can click on any of these, and it's a YouTube video with the read aloud, with the book,
awesome.
pulled up.
All very interactive.
Yes. All of these are like our sight word videos that kind of introduce, talk about them, and then we keep them kind of like this. So when we're a whole group or in person, we can write on the board, talk about them, make sentences, break them apart, syllables, things like that. But if we're virtual, at least it's on the screen. They can see it. That material is there, and they're not missing.
I like it because it's the same in the classroom and at home. So there's, the transition, it's not difficult for them. It's
not difficult for us or them either one. It makes life a whole lot easier, isn't it, Jennifer? When you're doing
And
this
some
so
of the
much easier.
students loved about it was we keep these pulled up, even if we would substitute. She just goes through them that day.
Yes,
So she has all the materials at her fingertips. The pages, that we have that are associated with that lesson, she is able to go through those slides, and it just keeps everything seamless, and you're not losing time.
Yeah.
Virtual learning's definitely been a community topic the past couple of months. But I have asked teachers and parents, and I'd say I'll talk to 15 or 20. I'll be honest with you, it's not for everybody. Okay, I'd like to say it's 100%, but really positive to negative, it's probably 90% for and 10% negative. There are people out there that don't like it, but I can tell you that at least 9 out of every 10 people that I talked to really liked it. And it looks really good. It certainly takes a lot of work to put all that together. I think Teresa and Jennifer are doing a great job. But it's certainly not for everybody.
This takes care of the lower grades, I think, because the lower grades and their special education kids were the ones I think that was struggling the most with virtual. You did like my Ethan, he is older, and David's son's older. I mean, it's they can hold their attention a little bit longer. So this is great.
But it's not, for me, it's not intended to be a replacement for in-school learning. That is the most important. That's where the kids need to be if they can be. But if we're trying to keep them safe and continue to educate them, which I've said it before, this is a board of education. we're supposed to try to be educate kids. That is our primary function.
So one of the things that came about was breakout rooms and doing some things with special ed. And so Abby's here. And so the special education teachers came with the regular ed teachers. And then special education teachers came by themselves. And so they developed some things that they can send home for students who may have difficulty staying online. So Abby, I'm going to give you the floor and you can kind of share what you've done.
Special ed participated with the K1 and 2, and then we brought special ed in to get some make it, take it, hands-on things for just our special ed kids to have at home. We did notebooks for each one. Nada's going to show you all that. Plus, we purchased the
She need to face that way. Come on, babe. I was gonna say, if you stand back here.
Yeah.
That's where I was
So
kind of
she's
thinking.
going to show you a lot of things, a few things that they did that, and we purchased like 3.5 gallon bags to put the items in for the kids to take home. I think y'all did enough that day for 5 more virtual days.
Yeah.
Because that's about all we've got left this year. So
So this binder, I created with a student in mind, and it has hands-on activities, and like Ms. Fletcher said, it's for the 5 days we have left. So next year when we create these, it'll be for the 10, and we'll just have the binder ready for those 10 virtual days. But when you open it up, yes, there's Pop-It. I'm gonna part of this table here. Those are my activities as well. You know, Pop-Its are all the rage. So we do have an activity, and it is on the binder rings where they can look at a picture, and it works more with like CBCE words, like bone is one of them. They can actually pop the letters and spell the word bone out, and then you have to write it with a dry erase marker. So they have to be able to identify that. That's a little bit harder of a skill, but like I said, this student I had in mind was a 3rd grader. And I spoke with someone who works with him, and she said she thought that he could possibly do some of this. So then I have our nice little binder pouch. And, you know, some of these students that we work with, they just need some life skills. So a shopping list, and it is Velcro, so you can take it off. It has the list, and they match the picture to the words, and it's Velcro box. So I think there's 6 of those. We do have some color matching in here as well for birds for springtime. So you match the color of the bird to the nest. And those are also Velcro dots, so you just kind of put Velcro together. Then there's some everyday tasks here. We put a dry erase marker in there because we did laminate everything to make it easy to wipe off and reusable. So that way, you know, if you wanted to hang on to this maybe later on. I did put a page in there for the binder rings, the activities on there, and I'll show you all those real quick. You can spell your name, so writing the name, and they have space to write on there twice. These you can take the jelly beans off and mix them up, but I just went ahead to keep everything neat and for you all to see. These are Velcro, so they match up the jelly beans to the dots. This one's sequencing numbers, also Velcro dots. This one's counting to 10 by 10s to 100. And then the second day, spell my name, because, you know, that's a very important thing to be able to do. So, and then more, and like I said, they don't have to do red. You could change them out. And of course, this can be geared towards any grade, but I did this one more for a 3rd grade student. He could do most of these activities. So your binders are geared student specific? Yes. That's wonderful. Because, I mean, not every student learns the same way, and some students are higher than others. Some, you know, need different skills. So, yeah, they're geared towards specific students, or at least mine that I had in mind when I made this one was. So, and this is day 4. Just kind of flipping through here so you guys can see. There is an extra one stuck in day 5. So, but it's just kind of spare. But you can mix and match these, but just some basic skills. This one's count by 2's trace, and like I said, it's dry erase, so you can wipe it off, reuse it again later on. And then this one's blue, and you got purple jelly beans back here. So that's what I had in the binder. The binder rings have activities on them as well. Thank you. These, as I said, are the ones that have the picture and the pop-it. And that is a smaller space to write on, but you could enlarge those, make them bigger. This is a good choice. This is not a good choice, and it has pictures, and they have to decide whether that is a good choice or a not good choice. Bad choice, maybe. And then this one is shadow matching, so you're matching a picture to its shadow. And you could do those. There's several. I think there's 20 different sets. And I put those on binder rings and just attached them inside the binder. So that's what I came up with for the student.
That's wonderful.
And that keeps them from having to be online on the computer for those that can't do that. Yes.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you. Great idea.
Thank you. Yeah, but we're good, they want to come back and do more, and like you said, they are age level and students, yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, enrollment update, like a -6, and we have 2,322 going. We have a motion for substitute volunteers and coaches.
I'll motion with.
I'll second.
Did we do the budget on 2230? Would you just say the enrollment was?
2322.
Oh, 2322.
Yes, sir.
Did we do the budget on 2330? So we're already down, so we're already losing 80 in off our budgeted. Okay.
We had a motion by
Me.
Okay, discussion on substitute volunteers, coaches. None. Mr. McClanahan,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry,
Yes.
Mr. Klein.
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship.
Yes.
Mr. Harrison.
Yes.
Mr. Compton is a yes. 2023-2024 coaching list.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion by Ms. McClanahan, second by Mr. Thompson. Discussion. Ms. McClanahan,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry.
Yes.
Mr. Klein.
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship.
Yes.
Mr. Harrison.
Yeah.
I'm a yes.
Only thing, I hope we don't have to keep repeating that.
Well, I'm sure we will, because it looked like they were exact same ones last year, and I know something's not going to be there. Resignations.
I like the motion to approve.
Mr. Harrison with the motion,
Second.
second by Mr. Blankenship. No discussion. Ms. McClanahan,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry,
Yes.
Mr. Klein,
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship,
Yes.
Mr. Harrison,
Yes.
and I'm a yes. 21st Century Grant, Twin Valley Elementary and Hurley High School, approval to apply.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion. Mr. Clunahan,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry,
Yes.
Mr. Klein,
Yes.
Mr. Blankenship,
Yes.
Mr. Harrison.
Yes.
I'll be a yes. Hurley High and Council High update.
You're getting your exercise. I appreciate Brandon putting these pictures together the last few months. Hurley High School is looking very good. They have the flooring down in the office, in the hallway. This is the storage area, so you can see we have lighting and it's ready for flooring. This is the storage room behind. Of course, it has a garage door now, and they'll work to complete the work on it. This is the room that was above the storage room, and it's ready to be closed off. This is how the roof looks over the storage area. This is the bathrooms. They look remarkable. All the tiles have been painted and ceilings, and so they're ready to start cleaning. Of course, the hallways, the light fixtures, and it's nice and bright. I think they're going to put another coat of paint on your lockers.
This is the library with the new flooring, and it looks really good. And the auditorium that has the grid ceiling put up and getting ready to start ceiling top. So we're still on target for being in by graduation, and everything over there is looking really good. Council, the abatement's been complete. All the abatement process is finished. These rooms have been abated and ready for floor tile. This is the floor tile that's in the library that's already been put down. This was a little room down by the office. This, I think, is Rhonda Music's old room. And the office is ready to begin having floor put in. And that's in the office area. And the nurse's station and a small area, another classroom. And so basically, if all goes well this month, with flooring and then flooring the ceramic tile in the hallway, we should be ready to move council in. Our goal is April 1.
Do we don't have any kind of a date for early?
No, our goal was to get them in by graduation, so we're still.
So are you saying like the week before, or do we know anything?
Even if
I'm
it can't
getting
be
asked.
open, the gym is usually the only thing used for graduation.
The
Could
gym
we
and the
not
auditorium.
block everything else off?
We can, and we talked about that, but we will graduate the kids from Hurley High School. And that's been the plan the whole time.
So they may not be back to the.
They may not be back in classrooms, but they will be able to go back for graduation and baccalaureate and those
Yeah,
things.
look good.
Okay.
Yeah. We still have some heating issues over there that we're working on. There's still quite a bit of work to do, but they've made remarkable progress. It's a beautiful restoration. Done a good job. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, are they a voluntary number on in the Hurley High School incident and the council?
We've just been working through insurance with their insurance adjusters right now. That's where we are.
So, no.
Yeah.
Before graduation, we'll have you know.
Okay.
When they give us the keys now.
Did we vote on graduation dates?
We do.
In open session,
No, I've polled everybody to check.
Okay. Do we have to? Okay. I just know we've historically done it. Okay.
Okay, 8-8 Virginia High School transfer rule. They come up with anything that they wanted to. Cover.
Not in mid-season.
I think we're agreeing on that.
I think if they transfer and come back, I don't think they should be allowed to play their sport. But that's-
Ever again?
No, the rest of that season.
Rest of the year.
Rest of the year. Okay.
Well, you've now opened up Pandora's box. I mean, you can go ahead and adopt this if you want. You've
Well, we
already done
tabled
it.
it last time for discussion. And
Well, I'm discussing it, and what I've said is if you've done it for one, and when you tell future people no, you're gonna be in a problem. And there again, you told Anita's son no, but you let other people do it. So I mean, I didn't start the mess. I'm just letting you know there's a mess, and you're gonna have a problem.
I didn't tell Anita said no.
It was never brought to the board.
No.
I always thought, or I was always under the perception that we went by the VHSL rule. But, at 20 years here, I don't know. Maybe we did. But
Well, something has to be done because we can't have the mid-season transfers when you get upset with
as soon as you have the next kid that comes to the board and says you did it for the last one, I think you're going to have a problem. And then you're going to run, the parents going to say, well, you know what, if you don't do it, board, I'm going to sue you because you're discriminating. And there's going to be your slippery slope. So, but you can do whatever you want.
I think we need to table it until we.
Well, if anybody's got an opinion on it, I think we need to come together and try to figure something out.
I think it's the next board. We'll have an election in November and it'll be the next board.
Mr. Chairman, what's the rule now that
It is basically up to the school board division superintendent and school board if a student's eligibility granting a waiver with transfer rule 28A7-1. Such a waiver should be considered for the welfare of a student and the school system. Now, the tricky point is, and not for athletic or activity purposes, but if they write for a hardship, and then you can't say, well, you can't go out. The head of Virginia High School League says as long as they don't go chasing championships. And that's kind of a broad statement. Now, if we make policy against that, then I don't know how, I'm like, Dave, how's it going to hold up?
I think that's a legal issue that we can discuss with our attorney.
But it is safe to say, at the end of Rollins Board's decision, whether it's
Inter-county. I think it needs more work to be done before next year. I really do.
For sure.
I don't think it's going to come up, but if it does, it does. Sewage treatment plant.
Took it off.
Oh, took it off. Virginia School Board Association. Put that on there, but I got a letter from him this morning on the survey. 115 people has taken the survey, and I think it comes out in the papers tomorrow. That be the first time yet. That breaks down to 42 parents, 36 teachers, 6 administrators, 24 school employees, 1 chamber, 2 special organizations, and 4 others. And then next Tuesday, March 14th, he will have everything sent to you, I think, on Monday morning. The survey closes Sunday.
I'm getting constituents in my district, one particular today, and I'm not going to mention the person's name or their gender, but they want to know why we're doing this if the community's already talking about who the next superintendent's going to be. And if the community already knows who it is, why are we going through all this interview process?
I don't believe we know who it is.
I'd like to know.
I'd like to see what comes from. Maybe some.
The vote, everybody said out in the public, it's not my vote. I hear it every day too. You go to Food City, well, we know who the next superintendent will be. We don't know that. I'm not gonna vote for the person they said it's gonna be.
Ray, I was out getting signatures today and the person asked me point blank.
I've heard it too.
And you know what I told them? Put it on the survey. If that's your opinion, fill it out. If there's a comment section, put it on the survey. Ask that question on the survey.
Well, the next superintendent ain't been picked yet. I know where I'm gonna vote. It's not who they say it's gonna be.
Well, I can tell you I've had at least a handful of people going out this past week.
Yeah, I know.
More than one.
I know what you're saying, but you wait till the vote comes and you'll see.
If you don't have a list of the applicants, you can't know. I know, but and that being said, if you're smart and think outside the box to take politics out of it, you need to hire somebody that's not from here. Period.
Okay, that's what I'll tell them when they ask me. But I told them
Or bring Guy Dillo back in there and let him tell us who it's going to be. He knows.
I hear the same thing you hear every time you go out. It's not the case.
There's no application.
Applications will not come until they compile everything, send it back to us and give us then we will list some qualifications that we want and then they'll advertise it.
I think it starts March 17th.
I think so. Because after that 14th
Yeah,
meeting, we have to
applications go
send
live.
what we decide.
On March 17th.
Last day of school, June 2nd. Early release at noon. Teacher work days, May 30th, 31st, June 1st, 3 to 5, June 2nd, 12 to 6.
So are you releasing school at noon on all those days?
No, just on the second. June second would be a 12 o'clock release. We would work from 12 to 6 to get one work day in. The other 3 days would be regular work days, and teachers would stay 2 hours later to get their 6 hours in.
I was confused.
So that way we wouldn't have to have a Saturday work day, and so we can start summer school on the 5th.
Budget presentation, which we already had it, do we have to make a motion to add to what we talked about in the public hearing?
That's a proposed budget, so nothing's been passed yet. It's just a proposed budget, so I don't think we need a formal motion.
Okay. Personnel recommendations for hire. We didn't have any to hire. Do we have any other business questions or anything?
Next meeting.
Let's get to that. Just hold on. Anybody else good? All right. Set the date and time for the next meeting, which is next Tuesday's one of them.
What is next Tuesday?
14th.
What's the meeting?
You it's we'll combine it's a public hearing for the survey plus the vote qualifications. We're out of school
April 4th, April the 11th?
April 11th with spring break.
Okay, the 11th. April 6th?
6 is good. April, anytime April or the next week after.
The 5th?
Well, we got that meeting on the April 20th with the School Board Association. Want to do it then?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, yes.
April 20th,
Thank
5:30.
you. Thank you. There we go. Man using his head besides something besides a hat rack.
Reading.
We have to approve it before this sponsors. It goes through March. So I guess you will have to vote on the budget for changes.
We need to make, we have to make a recommendation on the budget, the changes to it tonight. We have a motion to add that,
Oh, I got most of that.
to bring it up to 8,300,000. Okay. We have a second.
Correct.
The motion is that we are going to ask for 8 million instead of the 7.7.
To amend the budget.
To amend the budget.
She said 80,005. 5 employees, 80,000. That'd be 400,000.
Since we really didn't vote on anything before, did we?
No.
If that's your motion?
I'll make my motion to 400,000, because like she said, 5 employees, that way we can be covered
Okay.
and have another.
So 8 million.
Is that your second, Mr. Blankenship?
And 400,000.
Yeah.
To make it an even.
Yep. Make it 8 more. Okay, we got a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Who is the second?
Mr. Blankenship.
He's saying that's what you should do.
Mr. Flanahan?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Thornberry?
Yes, and that's,
Mr. Clyde?
ask the amend the budget that was presented to us, the 8 million, ask for that, is that what?
8.1.
8.1.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, 8.1. Anything about the salary scale?
No, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Klein? Yes. Mr. Blankenship?
Yes.
Mr. Harrison?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Motion, anybody else got anything?
14th, right?
Huh?
14th.
14th next week and the
April
20th,
20th.
April 20th. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I hope so.